Hi, students. I hope you're doing well today. I'm super excited to get started with you this semester and work together as we talk about the writing process and how to apply that to our essays. So, this is a fully online class. It will run from September 12th through December 17th. Typically, your homework is going to be due on Wednesdays and Sundays. However, there are exceptions where things will be due on Friday, and you will be made aware of that when that time comes. My name is Mrs. Dupree, and I will be your English instructor. Here is my telephone number, my email address, the office location, Dalpias 136, and then these are my office hours. While I will always be available during my office hours, I typically am available until about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, even afterwards. I try not to respond too much after that, just so I can spend that time with my family. But you're always welcome to text or call me. And then if I can get to it, I will. And if not, then I'll get to it on the next business day. You are welcome to call me, text me, or email me. If you would like to make an in-person appointment, I'm just going to ask that you set up a time so that I can be sure to be in my on-campus office. And just know that I will respond to any method of contact within about 24 hours. This course is designed to develop the ability to produce clear writing in a variety of genres and formats using the recursive process. And essentially, what that means is the writing process. There will be an emphasis on inquiry, analysis, effective use of rhetorical strategies, thesis development, audience awareness, and revision. Upon completion, you will be able to produce a unified, coherent, well developed essay using standard written English. Here are the general competencies. And then I want to go over our learning outcomes. After you finish this class, you will be able to demonstrate writing as a recursive process, demonstrate writing and inquiry in context using different rhetorical strategies to reflect, analyze, explain, and persuade in a variety of genres and formats. You will reflect upon and explain your writing strategies. You will demonstrate the critical use and examination of printed, digital, and visual materials. You will locate, evaluate, and incorporate sources with proper documentation. You will compose text incorporating rhetorically effective and conventional uses of language, and you will collaborate in a writing community. This is a 3 credit hour class, and it is a fully online course. You need to ensure that you have access to Blackboard. Announcements, the course syllabus, and course content will be delivered using Blackboard only. In Blackboard, you will access online lessons, course materials, and additional resources. This may consist of readings, discussion forums, email, journaling, wikis, or other online activities. Guys, your textbooks are free. You will have an ebook section in your Blackboard course, and that is where you will click on to navigate your text. Technology requirements. You need to ensure that you have a strong internet connection and access to Blackboard. I want you to be aware that if you have internet struggles at your home, you as a student have access to all of our online labs on campus. So make sure that if you're ever at a point where you're struggling with that, that you take advantage of those services. Gaston College uses Microsoft Office 365 for classes. If you do not have that, you can download the program for free using your Gaston College email address. I have a step-by-step video instruction of this in the Welcome Start Here module. Apple products. Please remember that your phone will not help you get through this course. You need to ensure that you have some kind of computer or system to be able to access everything on Blackboard. Chromebooks have become very, very popular and they're great tools. However, one thing that we are finding is that they're not always compatible with Blackboard. If I mention something in the lecture, or if you see something in the announcement that you're not seeing in your weekly assignments, please let me know so that we can troubleshoot. And if I need to send it to you a different way or screenshot it, that I can do that. Respondus is a system that Gaston College uses to ensure academic integrity. However, you will not be using that for the purposes of this class. Technical skills and digital literacy. Guys, please do remember that this is an online class, and that means that you'll be able to perform basic computer skills. However, if you are struggling with that or you're unfamiliar with Blackboard, we have a Getting Started Blackboard Help website to help you navigate those things. If you're ever questioning how to do something, please just reach out. I'm always glad to help you, and I would rather you ask questions than be in the dark. Online security and privacy, make sure you're always using your passwords so that nothing gets hacked. And if an email ever looks fishy or something doesn't make sense, assume that it is a scam and always reach out to our tech services to get more information. This just reinforces that idea that you have access to computer labs. And right here is the page that you can use to ensure that you have access to that. Attendance and participation. This is really important. The instructional work of the college is designed for active participation and attendance. The responsibility for class participation and attendance is placed on the student. College requirements are based on a 90% participation rate. So if you fail to participate in 10% or more of the scheduled class hours, you may be withdrawn by the instructor or assigned an F if it's after the withdrawal date. Once an instructor has posted the grade, the student no longer has an option to withdraw from that class. This policy does not remove the right for faculty to reward or penalize students for participation. Please review course-specific instructions related to attendance to comply with this class. Faculty may enforce their own policies that are required by divisional or departmental practices, accreditation, or other similar issues. Here is my policy, guys. Many times, the students who are the most successful ones are the ones who make the effort to attend class and engage and participate. I allow 3 absences for each term. However, more than 3 absences will result in students not receiving adequate information they need to be successful. After 3 absences, students will be withdrawn from the course. While this is an online course, absences take the form of zeros. Please know I will be actively reaching out to you when I notice your attendance is wavering. I want to ensure everyone has the opportunity to succeed, and I will be encouraging you to participate in each part of the course. Gaston College expects students to participate in all instructional activities. Online courses are no different from the classroom courses in this regard. However, participation must be defined in a different manner. Attendance in online courses will be defined in active participation in the course as described by the course syllabus. Online courses will at a minimum have weekly mechanisms for student participation, which can be documented by any or all of the following methods: student tracking records on Blackboard, submission and completion of assignments, and communication with the instructor. Attendance will be evaluated through Blackboard course statistics and the submission of work through Blackboard and/or publisher content. Please be aware that if you fail to complete tests and submit work by due dates, that will be reflected in your final grade or a withdrawal. Tardiness policies. I consider students to be professionals. The time period in school is great practice for the workplace. This means that if it is really important, you are sure to be in class on time. In the form of an online course, this means submitting your work on time. In terms of Blackboard and homework assignments, I do not receive late work. Each assignment we do builds upon one another, and those assignments set you up for success on your formative assessments, which are your essays. When you get behind in your homework, you truly are behind in the writing process. If there is a documented reason for late homework, I, of course, make exceptions as I know that life happens. For essays, I allow students a 3-day grace period, but for each day that essay is late, I remove a letter grade. For example, if the essay is 2 days late, the essay will begin at an 80%. These policies are in place to ensure that you are set up for great success on the most pivotal grades, your essays. So the college has a withdrawal process, and that is when students don't participate for 21 days, they will be withdrawn from the instructor at a 70% point, noted by a WI grade. After 70% of the class is complete, a grade of an F will be assigned. However, please remember that if you receive 3 zeros in my class, you will be withdrawn. And the last day to withdraw from this class is November 10th. So The breakdown of my course is 60% of your grade comes from major writing assignments, 20% is homework, 10% is discussion, and 10% is the final portfolio. Major essays. You will have 3 major essays this term. You will be given handouts, building block assignments, feedback, and a significant time period to ask questions before each essay is due. There will be rubrics available as each essay is assigned, so you are certain as to what I'm looking for when grading your essay. Homework. Homework grades will be the assignments that are designed to help you on your essays. These may consist of brainstorming activities, outlines, rough drafts, or other type of low stakes writing assignments. Discussion boards. The discussion board is a tool that we use in Blackboard to help cultivate continuing discussion outside of class. There are word counts, requirements for responses, etc. The goal is to help the writing community continue outside of the classroom walls, or in the case of an online course, outside assignments. And then the final portfolio. The final portfolio is a choice of an essay that you will revise and edit that you have already constructed this semester. It will also consist of a letter that shares the changes you made in your version of the writing process. And then we go by the college's grading scale, which is an A, 90 to 100, B, 80 to 89, C, 70 to 79, D, 60 to 69, and an F is anything below 59. So the college's makeup policy, the student is responsible for all material covered in each course. In no instance does absence from a class relieve the student from the responsibility of performance of any part of the coursework. The student is further responsible for initiating any request to make up work because of the class absence. The decision to assist the student with makeup work, including tests, rests with the instructor. The instructor may require verification of medical or personal circumstances presented to the student to influence this decision. Coursework not made up may affect a student's grade in the final evaluation. Coursework that an instructor accepts late may result in the student receiving a lower grade for work. So my own policy reflects this. It is in the best interest of the student to submit their work on or before the due date. This is so they have plenty of time to receive feedback and make adaptations for their final essay. However, please know that I'm understanding that life can take a turn during the term. And if you're willing to communicate those issues with me, we will do our best to work together so you can complete the work and term in a timely manner. Viewing grades. All grades will be posted in Blackboard within 1 week of the assignment due date. Check your grades frequently through the semester by clicking the My Grades menu item on the left. Alert me immediately if you notice a discrepancy in your grade. Any grade book associated with publisher content is not in the grade book. You should be checking your grades for this course. Students are graded for each assignment. Major assignments have a rubric in place so students are certain where those points are coming from. Please be advised that those grades will appear in the grade book. Essay grades will be recorded within 2 weeks of the due date or sooner. The final assessment will be completed in the final week of the semester and will be posted in Blackboard by the final day. You will receive ample feedback on those essays in hopes that you will perform even better on your next essays. However, for the final portfolio with a limited amount of time, you will simply be given a grade with limited feedback. That final portfolio exam date will be December 9th at 4 p.m. And please make a mental note. This is the one time that I cannot accept an essay later. If it is not submitted by that date, you will either receive a 0 or an incomplete grade for the course. Course topics. The things that we're going to be recovering are the recursive writing process, wise practices in writing, parts of an essay, MLA format, vocabulary words and concepts surrounding writing, grammar, mechanics, growth mindset, and critical thinking. Students, please be sure you review your course schedule, and I would also strongly encourage you to review each week on Monday. This is where your weekly assignments will be listed with the most up-to-date due dates. Other important information, no matter what your ability is, effort is what ignites that ability and turns it into an accomplishment. This is one of my favorite quotes by Carol Dweck. I believe this statement to be true. You are all coming from various writing backgrounds, experiences, and levels of achievement. The goal of this course is to leave a better writer and researcher than the day you're reading the syllabus. The only way to ensure this happens is by giving your best effort. You're making a conscious decision as to what kind of student you want to be in this course, and it is my greatest joy to walk alongside you in that process. Many of you will ask the question, what does it take to be successful in this course? And that answer is contingent on what you define success. I personally do not like to define success by grades. However, I will share a few tips with you and what I deem a successful student. Students that succeed in this course have open communication with their instructor and ask good questions, have a plan of action and how they plan to successfully complete their work each week, use the Writing Center and other free resources that offer helpful feedback. Do not see feedback as a failure, but use them as an opportunity to improve. Look for ways to improve their craft and seek resources to find a better understanding of concepts. Work with their writing community groups effectively and openly, and never give up. Please know that I find it a joy and a privilege to teach. It is not my job, it is truly a calling, and I care about each of you. I do my best to create a space where you feel accepted, comfortable, and enthusiastic about the learning process. If you are struggling with the course, please communicate with me earlier than later. The earlier we work together, the greater potential we have to troubleshoot any issues you are having with the course or writing concepts. Again, this is my greatest joy to walk alongside you in your learning process. I have a few ground rules as we work together. Have great respect for every person in the course, including me. Remember that you've been given the gift of an opportunity to learn and grow. Challenge yourself and ask questions. You cannot learn what you do not ask. Let's work together to make this a fun and purposeful semester. Build rapport. If you find that you're having any trouble keeping up with assignments, let your instructor know as soon as possible. Relationships are key in becoming an effective professional. Make sure you're proactive in informing your instructor when difficulties arise. Electronic devices. While this doesn't pertain to an online course, I would strongly encourage you to set aside your electronic devices during your own version of class time. Try to stay focused and create a classroom in your own space. ADA statement. Guys, if you have any type of documented disability, please know that I really want to ensure that you're getting the education that you deserve in the way that you need to learn best. Please make sure that you call this number and that you file that disability so that I can work with you to ensure that your needs are met. Here are some additional campus links for some different services you might need. The Student Emergency Assistance Program helps students with financial or any kind of needs that happen during the semester. Student Outreach Services will help you with any kind of mental health concerns. Campus Police and Safety, that ensures that you are safe if you are on campus. Sorry about that. And then finally, emergency preparedness. Student behavior policies, guys. Bottom line, what this means is that I expect you to act like a professional, and you can expect the same from me and the rest of your course mates. This includes code of conduct, especially on discussion boards, academic honesty and integrity, and academic complaints. If you ever have an issue with the course, please take the time to meet with me so that we can work that out. If that does not produce the outcome that you wish, then here are our divisional dean and department chair contacts and phone numbers. But again, if there's ever an issue, please come talk to me. I'm always hopeful that we can work that out at the classroom level. Guys, this syllabus will be linked in your Blackboard, and if you ever have any questions, you can refer back to this video or the link itself. And if you have any questions, don't ever hesitate to reach out.